What it do? What it do? Happy Memorial Day, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. I hope you guys are safe out there, but more importantly, have a good time. Try to do both at the same time, all right? Do not drink and drive, and make sure you don't overcook your burgers or your dogs. Well, it really doesn't matter with a hot dog, but still, make sure you overcook. Better to overcook the chicken than undercook it. I'm telling you, all right? So everyone out there, everyone watching, all the millions and millions of people out there, if you smell, no, I'm not gonna do that. No, hey, let's get into it right here. There's a playoff game. It could be the wrap up of the East tonight. Maybe put a bow on it. But first, I get my partners in crime here, the D generation, the X of my crew, the Rock, the Stone Cold, and many other enter here, whether it's Kane, Undertaker, something like that, or the Big Show, Jordan. But right now, let's go ahead and start. The man, he rocks Big Ten. He's always patient, patient. He's always wanting to get everything in good content. He wants to pitch a tent because right now he's camping out, getting ready to tease me about the Mavs, even though I actually did pick him yesterday. He has been on the Mavs against the Wolves from the start. The Tims that fall. Hi-yo, Tim. Timber. Give it up for BP. Gabriel. What's up, big dog?
Hello, hello. I have been on the forefront of the Dallas Mavericks. However, they being Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic are not the best backcourt of all time.
Very true. Very true. We will get into that. We will. It has become a hot topic, and I'm thinking it's hilarious. Not to be confused with the story from all. Uh, so there's another guy. You might know him. He's a kind of a goob, kind of a goon, kind of a goob goon, if you will. His, you know, his initial standout JR, but he's nobody's junior. This guy right here has become the senior, the SR, when it comes to chaos. He is a HR nightmare, but luckily we cut him a lot of slack. We don't give him flat. So welcome back. Bring him up all the way. No shame-os. It's Jordan Ramos. What's good, my homie?
I'm doing good, man. I had some my earphones weren't working before, so I couldn't really listen to you guys. But yeah, you're amazing too. Love you too.
No earmuffs, Jordan over here. There we go.
Hey, I have muffs. Unlike Joe, I have muffs, and I love them.
And he loves them. He loves them. Well, guys, let's go ahead and jump into it. We already aforementioned timber. Well, the question is, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, is it actually making noise? Well, the question is, you did watch it, and if you were betting on them, you did make noises. And put a bow on the West and UPS that sucker away. That is a wrap. That is a summertime chicken Caesar wrap. That is a barbecue chicken wrap. That is for Labor Day. That's a burger wrap, a dog wrap, everything. Any kind of wrap you want to put it on it. Christmas wrap, Christmas wrapping paper. No, it's a little summer. Christmas in May. When it comes to the Mavs, this is a very, very lopsided affair indeed. So, even though the games have been pretty close overall, it's a tale of two series. So let me go ahead and get your thoughts before we start to create our chicken Caesar summer wrap here. Oh, I'll start with Gabe over here. Let's start on the other side.
I mean, yeah. So first of all, we nailed our player props,
Yes,
all of
Gabe.
us around the board. So we kind of knew how this game 3 was going to unfold. I'm still on the side of I'll be shocked if the Timberwolves manage to pull a game, if they manage to win a game. I think the sweep is more likely. Now, is it possible that they steal a game? Sure, I guess. But overall, this has been, I think, a largely disappointing series for the Timberwolves. And a lot of people deserve their share of the blame. But for me, it's undoubtedly Karl Anthony Towns who deserves it more than anyone else. That's just my opinion.
Yes, actually, I want you to elaborate on that because I know that, and Jordan, I want you to elaborate on that too, on this point as well. Did you hear Draymond and Shaq grilling of what's keeping the theme of Memorial Day? They're grilling of Cat after the game. Catman do, Catman don't. Did you hear
Just
it?
like cat. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
heard. Yeah, I heard. Oh no, I heard it. I heard it. Catman
Oh,
is just
yeah.
like a stray cat. He's disappearing.
Yeah, he said, yeah, what was his, paraphrasing his quote here, but if I'm not mistaken, he said, I don't like how he was like cheesing all about it too. He was like kind of playing it off. Like he was like, it's like basically he's like saying like he said like yeah, I put up like 1,500 shots, and he
Yeah.
implied it, yeah. And they were like, yo, Ernie, you know what cap is? Yeah, that's cap right there. I mean, and then I think someone was like, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt of saying that he meant that. I think it was Brian Winter said, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he meant like he put up 1,500 shots this season. I'm like, yeah, you ain't putting up 1,500 shots in a day. If you are, then you have no excuse. Uh, but yeah, and then he basically just again went on to say like, it's frustrating. Yeah, it's frustrating when you just expect to make those and it's not your night, man. It's not your night. Like, it's kind of a cop out answer, but all right. So yeah, Gray and then got on him, man. Shaquille was on Shaquille O'Neal was on even harder. So piggyback off of that, Gabriel before you get on to Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, zero chance that he's putting up 1,500 shots. That'll take him 4 to 5 hours. So zero chance that he's doing that right now in the middle of the NBA playoffs. And then let's pretend just putting up a large number of shots, whether it's 1,500 or 15,000, 1,500,000 or 115 million. I don't care. That's not what he needs to be working on. I don't want him going 0 for 3, 0 for 4, 0 for 5 from 3. His entire thing that he needs to be working on is having a more aggressive mindset and attacking in the paint and taking advantage of switches when he is clearly the bigger athlete. So I truly don't care how many shots he's putting up or how many shots he's lying about putting up. That's not what his focus needs to be either way, and that's what pisses me off more than anything else.
Well said. Well said. Charles Barkley, I've been saying that. Charles Barkley even agreed. And me and the round mound don't always agree, but the round mound and rebound is 100% right. He's got a mismatch on that. And I also said yesterday, and Jordan, I'll let you dive into this, what the previous uh, prompt is and this one as well. I've been saying, like, he needs to attack paint because he is, and also Rudy Gobert does not need to be in the starting rotation. He needs to be Nas Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Finch is an absolutely guilty as charged of not making. There's Rick Carlisle, who has been not making, who's been like making dumb adjustments, and then there's dumb non-timeouts, and then there's Chris Finch, who's in the tail of two series of the previous one, where he looked like the better coach, and now he's like the king of no change ups. Like he literally is it's like banging your head against the wall, trying to see like maybe this will change at some point. It's like damn, bro. It's like, hey, like Cat.
Yeah.
What did Shaq say? He's like, once you miss 2 or 3 shots, he said 2. I think 2 is a little extreme. Once you miss 3 pointers, 2 or 3 pointers, stop. You take that itch. You take that itch into the paint, bro. You take it to the paint. You outsize everyone on that floor when it comes to that. You're a 7-footer, and I think who's guarding him? I think it's P.J. Washington. Maybe I don't know, but all right, Jordan.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on everything that's been said? Anything you want to add to that?
Looking up the stats, Carl Anthony Towns was 0 for 8 for three. What the hell? What the hell are you doing? My man, you are like 6 feet. My man, you are 6 feet. You don't need to take those shots. Like Gabe's right. You got it at the paint. Like if you're getting the mismatch, just drive the ball. Get the 2 in the foul, man. Like what are you doing? Like Chris Finch is probably sitting down, wishing his legs all heal up so he can yell at these guys. Like what are you doing, man? Like Jesus Christ! And then Rudy.
Yeah. No. Continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that and and Rudy Gobert is like basically just like the top. It's basically group like he's basically just like this. I'm Rudy, and he's just
Somos Rudy.
Exactly, and even then Lucas just taking him to town. Like he broke it. Like Lucas is probably gonna break this team again. Like because Jesus Christ, it is bad. Like even though the Timberwolves are still young, like this is just this is the bow that is gonna put a bow on top of a very disappointing run because they could. Like I doubt them last year because they were just a complete disaster during the play-in last year. But like they finally made the improvement, they made the adjustment to go to the Western Conference Finals. But again, it's basketball. It's a new league every single year. This might be your only chance, and they're blowing it.
Here's the thing I will agree with you on, with a little bit of pushback, but overall, I see where you're coming from. The thing that's working against them, literally and figuratively, the West is not getting anything but better. The West is getting better every year.
Exactly.
It is a new year every year, but I don't think they're losing. Serious.
Yeah.
Serious.
But I think this is their ceiling.
The Thunder are coming. So the Nuggets are already here, and they're not going anywhere. I don't care if it's lost. They're still the best player in the world. And then there's like I'm not gonna say the Lakers. The hell with that. The Pelicans can be good when they want to be. I don't know. The team's gonna get better. So they need to be on the lookout. So they better make some adjustments. I'm saying this is all. Here's why I push back though a little bit on what you're saying. I think it is. I think youth is. I don't think they're blowing it as much as the question. I don't think they're blowing it. Yeah. I don't think they're blowing. I think they hit a wall. And like I said, this is a bad matchup. The NBA is also. It's like the NFL and a lot. In sports in general, matchups are so underrated when we talk about. It's like this team on paper, what the New York Jets do wrong every damn time. They think or at least the previous year and this year. I'm worried that might happen to them this year. By the way, don't take that into consideration when you're looking at my application, Jets organization. I've already I spoke something. I spoke not good comments about Chris Paul. It wasn't supposed to be, but that's one person. I don't want to burn bridges there, and then I'm burning a bridge over here with the Jets, and I just applied for a job with them. I probably need to stop slandering myself. So they'll sabotage. It's going to be like you're all young. Ant is going to get better from this experience. He's tired. 23 or not, I know it's weird to think, but every time he tries to be aggressive, he starts getting tired, and you can tell he pulls a Jason Tatum where he lets him step back, lower percentage shot. I'm blaming Chris Finch for this more, and I'm blaming Cat.
He got hurt. That's the thing. Finch got hurt.
the cat. It's been a long time since I really remember Cat having a back to the basket kind of game. He used to have it in his arsenal. That was back when he carried the team for the longest time. Well, carried him as far as he could. But now it's like he's just so content on shooting the trade. So
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm with y'all though. I think we're all in agreement to this. I disagree with the fact that it's below me. I just think that it's the matchup. I think the Nuggets. I believe the
Yeah.
Nuggets would have had a better chance in matchup wise against the Mavs. But Mavs are hot right now. They're hot. So hold on, we got comments coming in. Mister No Earmuff Joe himself. Hey, relax. Here's what he meant.
Relax.
He meant pumps the brake. Yeah. All right, Aaron Rodgers. RELAX. All right. This is what he meant by that. I have that copywritten. I will charge. Hey, I just said it. He's the one who owns it. I'm not. And then he has. I've been saying this. They have it copywritten, or you've been saying that the Mavs I don't know. You have to clarify it for us on that.
Probably about the Timberwolves being so dependent on Ant
It could be better.
and Crazy Towns. He had something in him. It's not a dog. It's a literal cats. He has cats in him.
Well, let's go ahead. I know, right? Let's go ahead and let's move on to a similar topic. We're going to pivot a little bit. We're going to basketball vernacular. We're going to pivot. Something that Carl Anthony Towns should think about doing more down there. Probably too late now, but never too late to learn. How out of 10 would you rate the entire
Ooh.
playoffs cumulatively to this point? Now we're not just these conference championships, because then we know what the grade was. We know what the grade was. It would be on the lower side of the spectrum. And kind of a dud, a little a milk dud, if you will. Just a single milk dud, enough to where you get like one and you're like, eh. So what's up with this? What do y'all think? I mean, and we're gonna count the play in as well. Oh, let's start with Jordan this time. We'll go back the other way.
The whole playoffs. If you
Playoff.
want my personal opinion, exactly the playoffs.
Playoffs. I'm talking about playoffs. Yeah, we're talking about playoffs.
I will personally rate it like a 7 on the entertainment side, 7 out of 10, because you saw the Orlando Magic made it. And they took Cleveland to 7 games. It was a boring playoff series. I don't like the Pacers right now. Personally, I want them to lose badly. You have a young Indiana Pacers team with Tyrese Halliburton and Siakam just rising up to beat the Bucks. You have a Knicks team that, even though they lost in the second round, looked like they could have been world beaters, but it didn't went that way. Boston took revenge against Miami. Those are 5 entertaining first rounders. Then you have the West, in which it was the Wild Wild West. They were trying to kill. They were making war. They were trying to kill each other. Oklahoma, they beaten a silent team. Denver nearly lost the first round. I personally think if the Lakers were held down 2 of those leads, the Lakers would have won that series. But you saw Denver come back and just show off against the Lakers. You have Anthony Edwards literally doing a suckathon.
That was awesome.
Just decimating that franchise. They've broken that franchise. And then you have Dallas and LA having a great first round. And then you have Yeah,
All right.
yeah, the map. Yeah, you have a lot. You have some upset with the Mavericks upsetting at the Thunder, and you have the Timberwolves going to the Western Conference Finals for forever, as long as I live, because like, and then you
2004.
have
That was the previous time.
oh yeah, that was 20 years ago.
Kevin Garnett was on the team then with Latrell Sprewell.
Exactly. That was 20 years ago. Dear God, I feel old now.
You feel old. I had the NBA 2K game that year. That was when 2K wasn't even as popular as NBA Live. That was back then. That 2K was the
Exactly.
only one. Yeah.
And then you have to play. And then you have to play in games in which some of them were just hilarious outcomes. Like you have the Warriors just being picked apart, and it was just fun. It was fun during against the Warriors. But yeah, I rate the playoffs 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. All right, Gabe. Listening to you, that was a lot to digest there. So I'll let you feel into this orange, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. I've been largely disappointed with almost everything, and again, this goes back to in the NBA. We've kind of said that this is the time where we're going to pay attention. This is the best time when the best basketball is going to be played. Now I think that narrative is a little overblown, but for everyone who is tuning in now to the NBA playoffs, there's no chance that they're satisfied. I think there have been games that have been spectacular, individual games, but by and large, the NBA playoffs as a whole, I think has been largely disappointing, and a lot of it, of course, has to do with injury. But to answer your question directly, I'll give it a 3, and that might even be too nice.
Ooh, dang, a 3. So we got one side of the spectrum and the other side of the spectrum. Well, I'm gonna pull straight mediator here, and I was already gonna do this anyway. Just Winston how this lined up. I'm gonna split the difference, man. I was gonna go straight 5 because Jordan made a lot of good points. I agree with you. I love you made a very very like spot on point, which is the casual fan who's like it's like with me in playoff baseball. You know, I don't watch baseball all year, but I'm actually going to watch baseball. It's the playoffs. Or it's what I'm saying, like the ALCS, NLCS.
Yeah.
You know, but so anyone watching this, it's a real dud. I mean, but what has to say where Jordan is. I'll give him credit on this. There was 2 series at one time that were going to Game 7. There was another like the Thunder series was really really good against the Mavs. That was a great series. Magic one kind of sucked. I mean, it was close, but it was like, I mean,
it was dull, just like the Magic.
Yeah, pretty much, just like Orlando. So this is where. Sorry, I had.
Rock! Oh no!
It's just a bumblebee. My bad. I was worried. It's a bumblebee. It's cool. I'm not gonna hurt him. I'm not gonna hurt the little guy. They're endangered these days. Savvy as that is. I like honeybees. Little bumblebees. All right.
Yeah.
Wow, that was the yellow jacket. You would have seen me scream like a girl. Oh my god. Those things freak me out, man. Or a hornet. Oh my god. No pun intended. A hornet. Japanese hornets around here. What's going? I don't know. They're probably mean everywhere. So, yeah. I mean, any series that the Celtics are in brings the curve. If we're grading on the curve, everything that the Celtics have been in has been because everyone gets injured against them because they have this ridiculous leprechaun curve that the teams have. If I were them, I would wrap. If I were the Mavs, and I would assume they wrap that sucker up tomorrow. I would assume that even if it's the next game, I would wrap Luka and Kyrie in bubble wrap until they literally get to the court because I would not risk anything. Like they don't even get to. They don't even get to shower until the day of the game. and they have to be like supervised to make sure they don't slip in the shower. Like, do not let them get near the Celtics because there's something in that dang locker room that it's like Space Jam. It's like they're instead of their talent getting sucked away at their freaking durability. So I gotta go. I'm gonna go with the 5, but I'm leaning more towards Gabe's lower number than I am the upper number because Celtics have kind of ruined it. They've really lowered the bar, and unlike most people I know, it's just. By the way, I made this face at you earlier, Jordan, because of your comments on the Pacers. Y'all ever had a warhead? It's like sour grapes over here. She's like warheads, got sour apple over here. That's not the picture of the guy with the fucker up like too sour. It's too sour. Sour apple here. Although it is a really good flavor. All right. So like sucking on a lemon or something. So I think I'm gonna. You know what? I'll even go. I'll go to a 4 instead of a 5. I'm not gonna do a 3. I'll go a 4. That's what I'm gonna do with this. This has been a very disappointing anticlimactic series, and but I do like that there's been a lot of young superstars. That is really cool.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's like a prelude to the future.
Yeah, that's why I'm a little higher. But like, yeah, it's a 6 or a 7 for me. Like,
well, you are high. You are high if you think it's a 7. So that's
no, I'm high on life.
You're high.
I want this. Exactly. I'm high on life. Yeah, I love seeing the sisters lose. I love seeing my rivals get embarrassed.
How can you say a 7 when you just watch and when you're the one sour graping it over here about the Pacers and they beat your Knicks? How are you going to rate it a 7?
Because they're going to lose horribly in a sweep.
Okay. I don't know. You're kind of all over the place. Right?
Exactly. I want my enemies to lose. Therefore, I'm high on you.
Well, you're high on something. You think it's a 7? You're high on something. All right. Well, you know who's not high right now? At least the team is not on a high right now. Oh, actually, this is from yesterday. I apologize. Apologies, sir, but we can cover it real quick. You know, we can just touch base real quick on. Yeah, obviously, must win better. Well, obviously now that game is a literal must
win. Yeah.
No, really, it's that. Oh, it's not much win for Ant.
Oh, we don't even have to cover. I think we pretty much nailed this on the head. We're pretty much. Yeah, we don't need to go on to that. Yeah. All right, but there's been a lot of talk though, and this is talk radio, talk podcasting. This is the new media, as Draymond called it. So I am going to, unfortunately, continue this narrative because everyone is all about it. And Gabe introduced us into this topic on the previous show. And I heard it on First Take, and I know it's because of the Mavericks right now. So let's get into it. The top 3 backcourts of all time, only in the traditional sense of the word of an actual point guard, listed at point guard, listed at shooting guard. And as Gabe pointed out, and I agree with this one, judge them for the time they were in, but don't try to place them if they were in this time or if they were in that time, etc. So where they were, what you saw them as, who is your top 3, and if you want to do top 5, you can. If you have something in mind, you want an honorable mention, that's fine. Gabe, I think we already had a head start on it. We'll give Jordan time to think. You want to start it off for us?
Yeah, and just because we're also in the area of positionless basketball a little more, I do have a little bit of an unconventional take. So for my top 3, I'm putting Kevin Durant and Steph Curry as number 3.
Thought about that too. Yeah. That's smart.
Number two, I think, and again, like we're splitting hairs. So if someone gets mad at me because I didn't include one of the iconic duos, like more or less these are all interchangeable. So I just know for sure Irving and Doncic are in here. So for number 2, for right now, I'm gonna have Kobe Bryant, Derek Fisher.
good.
I don't see how they don't make a top 5 at the very least. And then number 1, this is mostly because I loved how they played together, and I love what kind of his story. I'm gonna go Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, and again. So am I missing Jordan Harper? Yes. And am I missing Steph Curry and Klay Thompson? Yes. But I was forced to make a top 3. This is right now who I'm having top 3 on May 27th at 5:46 EST.
I thought about this stuff when we did the previous show on Serious Sports Pulse. I was really close to doing the KD one, but again, I know that everyone's being all sticklers about when they're doing these conversations on the radio and on TV. They're buying the letter of the law when it comes to ones and twos. So I'm like, I couldn't do KD, even though I think because if that was the case, I'd have gone like LeBron and Kyrie at some point or something like that. I mean, but that's
Valid.
Valid. But that would be more of like saying like the best duos. Now that's a different story. That's the best duos. So you say Jordan and Pippen. You say Kobe and Shaq, etc. You can go you can go all over the place.
Yeah, true.
Magic and Kareem, but that's like you have to have a top 10, top 20 for that.
Yeah,
Oscar Robertson and Kareem, or Lou Alcindor back then. So now we're gonna stick, but I'll take your answer because it's interesting and it is unconventional. Well, do you have something in mind, Jordan? You want me to go next? Give me some time.
I think I'm gonna go basic with my top 3. Like Luke and Kyrie. Like right now, they're legitimate game changers for the Mavericks in these playoffs, and like in the last year. Like those two together, they're just making like magic for them. Like what else do you want? But of all time, not all time, right? Not really, but right now, yeah. But right now, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's from number 3. Number 2 is like I don't want to count Steve Nash and Kobe because I prefer Nash on those teams because that's what I mostly remember. I remember Nash with the Suns back in the day, but like yeah, like it's just I don't know who else with the shooting guard with Phoenix. That's what like the top of my head was like. But my old time is Clay and Steph. Those two legitimately helped change the game. They made like the way that like the shooting they did was legitimately art. Like I was literally growing up like watching not growing up but like I was in high school like watching these guys making threes from like half court. I was like in their sleep. I was like I'm still so surprised. Like I'm still like depressed that Clay is dropping down. But yeah, he was legitimately one of the best shooters. In which I personally think he was a little better than Steph was. Like, that a little bit, a tiny bit. But that's my personal opinion. But yeah, like it's. But yeah, like they're that duo. They legitimately were one of the reasons why they were winning those championships. Even with Durant, I personally think Klay Thompson was one of the guys that was a key cog in winning those champions in that dynasty, in my personal opinion. But that's like
for sure. Now, Clay had the better set catch and shoot shot. Steph is better at creating that shot, and even then, Steph is still probably almost if not just as good of a set shooter as him. But he's covered more, so he has to run a lot more, and he has to create that shot. Clay is a definite top 5 best long range shooter of all time. Not even question. His injury has been unfortunate. All right. I'm going to give a couple of honorable mentions before I go to my top 3. All right.
Okay.
We mentioned this earlier. Yep. We mentioned this earlier. Honorable mention, Jalen Rose, Reggie Miller. Really good combo. Yeah, people forget how good Jalen Rose actually was. Um, and obviously Reggie Miller, as a big fan about him. Google him. Google him. And speaking of the Knicks, this would have to be actually. I'm saving that for my. I'm saving that for my top there. So the next honorable mention would be Derek Fisher and Kobe Bryant. That would be an honorable mention. Now to the top three, I'm not going to give. I will go ahead and give spoiler alert. Luka and Kyrie are not on this list. They need hardware. They need hardware and more than just 2 years together so I can put them on there. I'm not going to be a prisoner of the moment. All right. Yeah, I mean they're great.
Right.
And but
Yeah.
it's like this is recency bias. This is like all this is. I'm not saying it can't continue, but 2 years and they didn't have a great year.
Yeah.
Past year. So this year, yeah, they've been awesome. But let's pump our brakes. If we get some hardware, then we can start talking about that. So number three. Actually, I'll go number one because it's obvious. It's Stephen Clay. That's the best. And we said offense earlier. You said we're talking about we're talking about offensive production. Stephen Clay, the Splash Brothers. Man. I mean, come on, these were unstoppable even before KD got there. The only reason they lost any of this any series is because Draymond got ejected and LeBron didn't. So that's number one. Now I'll start. Now I'll go back. I'll circle back to number three. I'm disappointed in Knicks fan on here because it's got to be Clyde, man. Walt has got to be Walt Frazier, man. I mean, it's got to be him along with Earl the Pearl Monroe. That is a great, great, great 1-2 punch. Disappointed in you, Knicks fans. All right, and number two. This has been the hardest one. I know earlier we said Ron Harper and MJ. I'm changing it. I'm going John Paxson and MJ because in the early '90s, when those two were together, before Kerr ever got there or anything like that, dude, him and Paxson had like a link together. Harper was good. Don't get it twisted, but that was in their raw years. They had Horace Grant and all them too. Man, that was a piece that too. That's what I'd have to put number two. I could possibly split a lot of those, but Jordan and Paxton they went on the 3 feet. And that's not been done since God, it was the Lakers, I think, the last team to do a 3 feet. I don't even know if they did a 3 feet. The ones with Kobe and Chet. But that's in the honorable mentions, yeah. Derek Fisher and Kobe. And who's the other one I had? Shoot. Oh, and also Isaiah and Dumars is another great one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have to bump the next one out of there and say Isaiah and Dumars. That's number three. Sorry, Clyde. Sorry, sorry, Earl. But you're being bumped. Being bumped to 4. So yeah, there you go. That's mine right there. What do y'all think? Not bad. Yeah. Not too shabby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of these are interchangeable.
Yeah.
I'm the only one I don't think is interchangeable.
Oh, it's hard.
Stephen Clay is the only one we're just talking about offensive production. That's the only one that I feel like is not. Now, Luka and Kyrie, they keep this up. They win a championship this year. Man, we'll talk for sure. We will talk because they're on one of the most impressive playoff runs I've seen in a while. And that includes the Nuggets or the Warriors the year they beat the Celtics. But let's get down to brass tacks here. Oh, and there's another one as well, Dennis Scott and Larry Bird, or you want to say Kevin McHale was the power forward. That's another good one too. Or John Havlicek, yeah. Dennis Scott and John Havlicek from the Boston Celtics back in the '80s. That was a good one too. All right, let's move forward. We'll make sure we show love where love is, baby. Come on. All right. Hey, Magic Johnson and Dennis Scott. Man, that's a good one. A lot of people. So anyone that said Oh yeah, it was Stan Van Gundy or no, Scott Van. What Van Gundy was it?
It
Jeff,
was Stan.
uh, Stan Van Gundy. Yeah. Stan Van Gundy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he said that they're the best 1-2 combo ever. And I'm like, well, speaking of being high, there we go. All right. All right. Well, let's move to higher or lower, or lower or higher, depending on how you look at the last half, whatever it is. This is tonight.
Ooh.
This is what we got. Let me get the line. Let me get you guys know the drill. Give me a player prop along with your belief of
Mm.
this game. Jordan, you want to start this sucker off?
Okay, it's game 4. You're down 3-0, and your coach is probably going to lead on bench the bench players in the start of the second half, because Boston's going to be crushing them in the first half. Boston covers 7.5. It's probably going to be the under, because Boston's going to crush their spirits. He's going to crush Indiana's souls. They're all gonna die. Rick Carlisle is gonna be on that post game conference, being like, the refs weren't calling our favors, bro. And I'm like, dude, you are a literal hack. I'm still very bitter,
I can tell.
but but Boston's gonna finish them off, and my player prop is probably gonna be TJ McConnell, because DraftKings has him in. Oh, I'm gonna have him in the over in 0.53s. McConnell's gonna probably get gonna get 1 or 2 threes to cut down that lead down to 43, just like Chris Paul did. So yeah.
I got it. It should be noted, by the way, before you give your player prop, or if you haven't already started, the, the, the spread has stayed the same, like the Led Zeppelin style. The spread remains the same, but the total has changed to 222.5. Very incremental, but every point counts. Every point counts. Indy, now the money line has changed 15 cents to plus 235. That is actually a decent amount. So, Jordan, continue. Did you give your player prop?
Yeah, TJ McConnell threes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did. Okay, cool. All right. Then let's move on to Sir Gabriel here.
Jordan is a menace to society. I want that on the record. In terms of this game, I'm going with.
So noted. It is duly noted.
Oh yeah, yeah. In terms of this game, I like the Pacers just covering plus 7.5. I'm not going to get reckless. I just think this will play out similarly to the last game. But for my player prop, hop on everyone. Hop on Drew Holiday. Only points scored at over 14.5. That's at plus 114. He's hit that in 3 out of his last 5 games. And in the games where he didn't get it, he got 13 and 14 points respectively. So at the this is going to be on the board through 4 quarters. And he's someone who's likely to stay in a little longer if it does become a blowout, like what Jordan's projecting. So I like this point total for Drew Holiday.
That's a fair one. I like Drew Holiday is probably the linchpin of their operation. Hallie is a game time decision. I'd be shocked if he doesn't play. I mean, what are you really holding him out for? He's just season on the line.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
injuring your own facilities, so put him in cryo treatment, put him in an ice bath, get him with injections. I don't know, cortisone shots. I don't know. Drew Holiday game time decision. Cornette game time decision. Chris Schnapps is out. Why would you? Why would you play him? I don't like the spread. I personally will not touch the spread, but I will. I will give my. I will say the Pacers cover the spread, but I'm cautious about that. Cautiously optimistic because I mean Boston could lose this game because Indiana's going to. I mean Boston's going to win the series, but Indiana's at home and it's Hallie's place. I mean, we'll see. Definitely take way higher than 223.5. I would even do an alternate spread of 35.5. I'm feeling randy, feeling soft, a little extra sauce on your enchilada. A little extra hot spice on there. And my player prop is a steal. It seems, at least it seems that way. Andrew, the hero of 3 quarters, but not the fourth previous game. Andrew Nimhard, 12.5 points. Is he going to eclipse that? You only get that one option. You got to go more, no less. So he is going to eclipse that. 12.5, they've knocked it down from 16 to 12. That's a steal. Literally. I mean, he's going to, even if Howling plays, he's going to be on the perimeter. So there will be blood. There will be blood. So there you go. But I like the Drew Holiday pick, though. I mean, Pascal Siakam, 22.5, up or down, down or up. I don't know. They don't get in the ball enough. That's the issue. But I will say this. Al Horford, you dumb SOBs, man. They just let him sit in the corner. The one thing you can't let him do is get react to himself. So let him sit in the dang corner. Dude.
Because he's an old man, E-Rock. That's the thing. He's just waiting for his
I know.
He's just waiting to be taken to the home right now.
Which is why I would take him doing less than 7 rebounds, even, because he's not going to be near enough to the basket to get the rebound. There you go. That's for y'all, baby. And TJ McConnell, 4 rebounds. He's been kind of scrappy. He can get to the rim. He might have clipped 4 rebounds, get 7. See? Scrappy. Well, that goes with that, and that's all I've got to say about that. All right. You know what? That's what I got to say about it. What you want to say? What genre you want to say, bro? What you want to say, dude? In the South here, what y'all want to say? All right. And where can we find you? Where we find you at? Let's start at Jordan. What you got?
What did y'all say? I hope the
I'm
hoping the Pacers lose I hope the Pacers lose horribly. I hope they make Pat McAfee very sad for all the crap he was talking on the last series. And it's raining right now in New York City, but happy Memorial Day weekend. Why? You get to cook when you're inside.
Yeah, we don't have that issue here in NC right now. So.
Yeah, you beautiful Southern man. Yes.
Southern man. Appreciate that.
But yeah, and where you find me? You can find me JC6898 at Twitter. You can find me on the same handle on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok before the government bans it for good. And you can find me totally bets. You can find all my writing and stuff, and you can also find me here on the ScOutCast. ScOutCast.
So close. So close.
Yeah, I was close. That's the thing. ScOutCast.
You're so far away.
The ScOutCast.
You're so far away. That's all right. You messed up his handle in the previous show, so that's all right. He messed up. Now he messed up mine.
Yeah.
What you got there, Sir Gabriel? What you want to say? What you got there,
Yeah, I said his user tag or instead of the handle. So hopefully people are still able to find Jordan at the 68981. But anyway, my eye is so itchy. But anyway, we're here at Sports Pulse 100 on the Twitter. Check us out there. And yeah, happy Memorial Day.
Indeed, happy Memorial Day. Don't be so bitter, everyone. Be sweet. Mm-hmm. Eat apple pie. Be American. Eat apple pie. Eat hot dogs and burgers.
Exactly.
Drink beer. Drink safely. If you're underage, drink soda. There you go. Or
don't drink soda. Drink the beer. Live your life.
I do not condone that on this show. This show does not condone.
We won't condone it, but it'll be hilarious.
I don't condone it, but do it. I don't condone it, but do it. There you go. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay. I'm saying drink Kool-Aid, drink Tang. You know,
Exactly.
if you're underage. Yeah, drink Tang, bro. Tang's like, ooh, actually, Tang sounds good. Drink some Sunny D. I don't know. Hey, but you know what? Everyone else, drink a beer, have some fun, be safe doing so. Everyone, ScOutCast Media Hub, I should say, presents Paint to Paint. I want to thank everyone for watching, all 18 live viewers, and everyone that will watch after this. We appreciate your support. Thank you for watching on this beautiful holiday. Oh, beautiful here at least. And go enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you. We'll see you tomorrow. One love, y'all. One love. Everyone. Thanks, Gabe. Thanks, Jordan. Y'all be good now. You hear?